Hello everyone, welcome back to the Free Science channel, Python programming lecture series. In this video, I'm going to teach first part of object-oriented programming with Python. I'm going to start from very beginning, and for those of you who have not background in object-oriented programming with Python, is totally fine. Well, I'm going to turn off the camera and start teaching. I'm going to teach you how you can make your custom object by making class in Python. I'm going to start completely from beginning. If you have no knowledge of object-oriented programming, that's fine. And I think you actually, if you are Python user, you actually see object when you work with Python, but you don't know that they are objects. Let's look at some examples. Let's define a parameter like x equals to 1, and I think you know the notion of type. In Python, you can ask Python to print out the type of this parameter that you defined here, and you ask Python, give me which type is x, and you get x is from class integers. Let's look at another example. Define a character, for example, string equals to here hello world, and let's ask Python to print out the type of hello world for us. Type of a string for us, and you will see here, yeah, it is in the class of strings. Another example, for example, about the functions. You know, the functions are defined by def in Python. Let's say we have a function called greetings, and then it is prints out the hello world for us. Now we are going to ask Python to print out the type of greetings and see what will Python gives us. Yeah, it is in the class of functions. Also, for example, if you define another parameter like list, L equals to list, list of some numbers, for example, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and print out the type of L, you will see that it is in the class of list. Pretty much everything in Python we work with is an object, but you just don't know that it is an object. And each object belongs to a class, and this class defines how that object can interact with other objects. To exactly give you an intuitive example to tell you what exactly I mean, I will add a line here. For example, let's say we have a x1, and we have string, which is hello world. And now we want to sum up these two. Let's say we have a parameter called y. We want to add x plus string. See, it's common error in Python. See what will happen. Unsupported operand types for plus, integer, and string. We are summing up a string an integer number which is not defined. Therefore, because x1 belongs to class integer and string belongs to class string, these two are this summation of these two are not defined in Python. Let's show you that each defined object, how they interact with each other. You know, for example, if you have a string and we want to know which kind of methods are defined for string, we can just put one dot and hit the tab. If you hit the tab, you will see the list of the defined, predefined methods for this specific class. Let's say, let's hit the capitalize and see what will happen. If you run this one, you will see that built-in method capitalize of a string object blah. These classes like string, like integer, like here we saw function, like list, they are built-in classes, and this capital, this method which we added here is built-in method. To run this method, we just need to add a bracket at the end, and you see hello world is rewritten with a capital H at the beginning. Let's change this method to something else. For example, hit the tab here and see list of the methods, their operations that the string can perform. For example, let's put upper and see what will happen. Hello world all is written, all letters are written in uppercase. And if you delete this bracket here, you will see that again upper is in the built-in method, is seen as a built-in method in Python. Now let's give you another example. We know that x is defined here, x equals to 1, and if when we ask the Python to tell us which type is this parameter, Python said it is class integer. Let's say, let's check, can we use the method, for example, upper, which is defined here. For this parameter, just put one dot and type upper for x and see integer object has no attribute upper. Therefore, this method is not defined for x, and x, because x is integer, if you hit the tab, you will see list of the methods that you can use for x, for the integer parameter here. Okay. Now we are going to write our own custom object, and let's see how can we start. I will write a template here to start a write class, an object-oriented class in Python. First start with writing a class, and let's create a class called cat and a semicolon in front. Now we should pass some functions into the class. Because we are inside the class, these functions are called methods. The methods, in fact, are functions inside the class that class can perform it. For example, let's say which kind of actions one cat can do. For example, cat can make a sound. Let's define a sound method and print here For example, which kind of sound? Meow. And let's define another method here, call it, let's say, cool action. Yeah, for example, and print which kind of cool action the cats can do. We say they can jump high, for example, jump high. Yes. Let's run this class and see. This class now is ready, and we want to define a cat number 1 equals to cat, but you should not forget to write a bracket in front of the cat. If you do so, you in fact assign the instances of class cat to cat 1. Okay, we defined these methods. We want to know that how you remember for inbuilt classes of Python, we were using a 1 dot, and we were selecting methods from the list of the methods that are inbuilt of Python. We want to do so for cat. For cat 1, we put 1 dot here and print sound, and we would like to know which kind of sound cat can make. Here we are given an error. The reason of this error, I actually deliberately didn't write a parameter here to draw your attention to this point. We got an error. The reason of getting this error is we didn't write parameter self inside these brackets. If you write the self and again assign the instances to cat 1, here you see that, yeah, cat 1 can make sound of meow. And if you want to know which kind of actions cat 1 can do, cat 1 just add this to, and it says, yeah, cats can jump high. If you delete the bracket, you will see that it shows you that the instances of cat class are assigned to cat 1. Actually, you can do something else. You can print out the type of cat 1, and here you will see that cat 1 is something is wrong, incomplete. Yeah, we need 1 bracket. Yeah, cat is categorized as a __ cat. Actually, this underscore tells what module this class was defined in. And it shows that the cat 1 is in the class of cat, which is defined. Another important parameter that we should not forget is __ init __ self. What does it do exactly? In fact, __ init instantiate the object right when it is created. You remember for sound, we needed to call sound. Here we called sound and we asked, yeah, which kind of sound cat1 can make. But for initiate, you do not need to call anything. Let's say here print cat, class of cat, class. So it is a string, needs a quotation. Class of cat is created. Okay, and run it first. And when here you assign the instances of the cat class cat to cat1, we need to run it again. See, class here we need one more s. Yeah, class of cat is created. We didn't call any methods from the class, and it here you see that it is created. We can make it a bit, this example, make it a bit interesting. For example, we can add a name to our cat. Whenever we assign this template, this template of class that we wrote here to a new name, we should add a name. For example, here we add a name, and when you define the class cat, you just say quotation, let's say name of the cat is Kim, and here you will see what's wrong here, one position argument. The point is we have to define self name equals to name. Class is created, and if we here call which name this cat had, we'll see that its name is K. So we can add more cool stuff. For example, add age here, and for our cat, when we should whatever we add to the class, we should rerun it again and define the relevant self here equals to age. And here the name was Kim and the age was, our cat is 1 year old. This let you to define cat number 2 with a different name. For example, we have cat number 2, which its name is, for example, Jack. And it is 6 months, or let's say 1.5. The name is Jack, and age is 1.5. Class is created, and when we ask the cat2 dot name, it gives us Jack, and if we ask about the age, here we see that it's 1.5 year old. Okay, in the next video, we're going to review some more examples, and you will learn more about how to write a custom object in Python.